Welcome back to Carla Prusa MMA, and now I am with a frequent guest of the show, the original BMF champion, Mr. Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Jorge, we're in Biloxi, Mississippi, getting ready for an amazing card tomorrow night at the Coliseum. You have Alan Belcher, Roy Nelson headlining it. What all went together pairing these two legends as the main event?
With Roy Nelson, we were already in dealings with Roy, and we already had him fight before. Know his manager, his management team, his training facility, everything very smooth, very easy. Alan, on the other hand, we were going through some contract stuff. He was at another promotion. We figured that out once he became a free agent. We quickly moved in on Alan and secured the deal, made the fight happen. Both of them were the easiest people to work with. And when we paired them up with each other, they were both like honored to fight each other. And it was like, I knew right at that moment the way that they both accepted the fights. Like, they both understand they have a tough fight in front of them, and if they don't come in peak shape, they might not even make it to the distance, you know. So I felt that from the start as they both accepted each other's challenge, and it's been amazing, man. I've been watching these guys train. I've gone to the facilities. These guys are in great shape. It's gonna be a fucking hell of a fight.
Now, the co-main event's going to be another hell of a fight. I mean, you say the word fireworks a lot, and I think you got to say fireworks, fireworks, fireworks when you're talking about Randy Costa and Jason Knight. Overall, what do you think is going to go down? Are we going to maybe see a 3-round dogfight with these two gentlemen?
I think this is me and a lot of the people working inside the groups pick for fight of the night. This is one of mine. I got about 4 of them because the card is just so stacked. But this is a great fight, you know. I think Jason's not the best athlete, right? But he's the representation of a fucking dog. You will not discourage this guy. You could hit him with a fucking bat. You could kick him in the fucking calf. You could knee him in the liver. He's just going to walk right through it and keep putting on the heat. If you don't put him out, he's just going to go zombie mode on you, keep coming. On the other hand, Randy's a little better athlete, I think, a little bit more explosive. I haven't seen him in the firefights that I've seen Jason get into, so it could definitely be one of those where Randy's maybe winning the early parts of it, and then Jason starts to pour, and then it ends up being like fight of the night, you know, something crazy like that. I could see a quick finish happening as well. Fight that I'm very like, I wake up every day conflicted on who's gonna win, you know.
Now, another fight on the card is Joel Balman, Curtis Millender. They almost got into it here at the press conference. There's some animosity there, some hard words. When you have that storyline coming into a fight, what does that do for the fighters? Is that going to make a little more pressure?
This fight is 2 good athletes that are mean. They like to finish the other guy across the stage. Because there's something that I hate is kind of like wasted talent, or a good athlete that's just not mean. That he's just using all his athleticism to win on points or just to win on safe ways, you know. These are guys that are athletic and they want to finish. So we paired them up with each other. They have a lot of similar skill sets. They could both grapple defensively. They could both strike and end fights. Both are good with knees, elbows, pretty much any limb on the body. Both explosive too. So this is a fight that I feel there could be a little feel-out process and then fireworks. And I mean, forget fire. Nuclear weapons are going to be fired, man, because these guys are fucking throwing heat and they know what they're doing. This is also Joel's biggest step up. You know, Curtis is a fucking UFC veteran, just knocking people dead over there. Still doing his thing big, still in his prime. So it's his biggest challenge, biggest step up to date, you know. Definitely excited about this one. This is one of my picks for fight of the night as well.
No, it seems like your promotion's gaining more and more momentum every single time. It's like it's a movie. And, you know, I always ask these guys, you know, what draws them to your promotion? And they say the common occurring answer here is you and Dean. They like the money, but more importantly, they feel like they're being treated as people. Is that a big part of what you do, is try to, obviously, you've had a wonderful career in mixed martial arts. You know what it's like to be a fighter. How important is it for you guys to, you know, consider that when promoting?
So, from fighting all these years, I knew things that I wanted to do and not do as a promoter, you know, things that I enjoyed, things that I didn't enjoy as a fighter working with promoters. So that kind of lends itself to us putting a good product for these fighters. You know, I want these guys to come in on fight week and be like they're at the beach the whole time, just chilling, no stress their way, not sitting in no cars or do medicals to be stuck in traffic. I want everything smooth. From the moment they get here to they compete and everything and leave, smoothness, you know. And that's something we try to bring, and I think that's something that the fighters, we're also very word-of-mouth creatures. the word gets out that we're trying to treat these guys right. We're trying to pay them good, get them as much exposure as possible, sponsorship money, and at the end of the day, get them the best matchups that we can, the biggest matchups. Because we also believe that the cream will rise. We're going to put the best guys to fight, and the guys that will rise and will get more money are the winners. And that's the great thing about fighting, that everybody wants to be a champion, everybody wants to win. So these guys are going at it, and they see that, man, we're getting fucking views over here, you know? You get your name out there. You might be a 10-0 guy, or you might be a 20 and 20 guy that just wants to fucking get your name out there. You know where to go.
Now, the concept of bare knuckle fighting isn't new. However, Gamebred Bareknuckle MMA, bare knuckle MMA is a kind of a new concept of things. Is there a ceiling to this? How big do you think this can get?
Huge. I don't put no ceiling on it, and I'm here for the long haul. 20 years from here, 30 years from here, I'll still be doing this promoting because it's something that I love. In the same way that I loved fighting when I was competing and training myself, this is something that I could wake up and do. I could wake up and jog endless miles and then go to practice. Well, I could wake up and watch endless amount of tapes on fighters, match them up, sit with Dean Toole, my promoter, my matchmaker, great friend, and talk for hours discussing the next 6 months of what we're going to put on and who we're going to put on and who the free agents are, Just is something that I'll definitely be around for the long haul.
Between Gamebred Bareknuckle and your other shows, I think it's the 4th or 5th one I've been to, and every single show I just see improvements, whether it be the hotels, how your guys are shuttling the fighter, the organization, the production. How do you guys assess after every show? Do you reassess and try to make incremental improvements?
Be as efficient as possible, whether it be monetary or time, just get better and better, And every day we're learning. There's always something new you can learn,
All right, Jorge, last question. Why do people need to tune in tomorrow night and watch fights?
Only need to tune in if you want to see the world's most violent fucking show. Assassins with no gloves, guys giving it their all to get their fame, their fortune, and get their families ahead, get themselves ahead, the old school fashion way. With these bad boys right here, just no gloves, man.
That's Jorge Masvidal. I'm Carl Prusa. Stick around.